Graduates and guests, please could I ask you all to rise to receive the academic procession.
I declare open this graduation ceremony. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, graduates, you're very welcome this afternoon. Before I get into the formal part of my presentation and speech and the proceedings here, I just wanted to give some, well, that informal welcome, you're very welcome, but also just to give some guiding comments about the things that we'll be doing this afternoon together. So you will notice on this side, mainly we have our graduands, and it's their day of celebration. And in accordance, we should be celebratory this afternoon. So it's perfectly okay that when you see your loved ones, friends and family come across the stage, that we can give a bit of a cheer and a whoop and a shout out. It's absolutely fine to do that if you would like to do so. The other thing that I want to point out to those people graduating today, at some point you're going to meet me on the front of the stage where we're going to have a little bit of a greeting, and there's a couple of things that's going to happen. One, there's a gentleman over here who's going to take your photograph. That's where the camera is. You'll see that we'll pause in the middle here and he'll snap your photograph. But as part of that greeting, we've still got those COVID guidance in place, and it's up to you what you want to do. If you want to shake my hand, that's absolutely fine. I'll shake your hand. If you want to do a fist bump, that's fine too, or an elbow, absolutely fine. I'll leave it to you. But I would ask that you give me a little bit of a signal in terms of what you're going to do, in terms of if you want to shake my hand. Otherwise, we end up playing rock, paper and scissors. And if I lose, it'll be best of 3 and we'll be here for too long. So we would do things like that, and it needs to be celebratory, that's fine. And if you'd rather not do any contact at all, it's absolutely fine. Just clasp your hands in front of you, and as you stage, just give me a little bit of a nod, and I'll give you a little bit of a nod back, and that's also fine. And you'll find that there's a hand dispenser for sanitising afterwards, just as you go around the side there. So with those informalities out the way, I'll say welcome again, and friends, colleagues, and most importantly, graduating students, welcome at long last to your Ulster University graduation ceremony. So let me begin with that one word for our graduates and classes of 2020 and 2021, and I'll ask everybody in the auditorium to help me make some noise and say congratulations to you. And we've offered some words of congratulations there, but perhaps it would be more accurate to say welcome to the class reunion, given how long it may have been since you've been away. You've indeed waited patiently a long time for this day, and you've shown great resilience and adaptability. For the class of 2020, you moved quickly into a way of working that was new to us all, and those critical final weeks of your course were spent in isolation and outside of your normal networks. We had hoped for some return to normal campus life in 2021, but sadly for many of you, the experience on campus continued to be interrupted. But you persevered, and I'm delighted to see so many of you with us today. So in addition to this being a formal celebration of your achievements, it's also a day for reconnection with your friends and with your tutors, and I hope you have the opportunity to do that throughout the day. The successful completion of your course is always a momentous personal milestone. It represents the culmination of all your years of dedicated study, effort, determination and commitment. For you, it's even more special because you kept going and achieved your results despite the circumstances we all found ourselves in. This, in addition to your qualification, has been a valuable experience, and although undoubtedly frustrating at the time, the skills that you will have learnt will carry you for the rest of your lives. And days like today are a time of great pride for your family and friends who no doubt have supported you along your journey. You've not travelled here on your own. We know that. And please remember your fellow classmates with whom you have learned, shared ideas, discussed and debated things, with whom I'm sure you forged some of the deepest and most enduring friendships that you'll ever have. And your university staff, my colleagues, the lecturers, technicians and professional services teams who are all represented here today, they've also contributed to your experience at Ulster, and they are, like me, are thrilled with your success. But I'd like to take a moment for me personally to thank my colleagues for the work that they've done during your time here too. For many of you, however, the most important people to have come with you on your journey are your family and friends. And you graduate today perhaps as a daughter or a son, perhaps a sister or a brother, a husband, a wife, a grandchild or a childhood friend. But across all those relationships, a deep source of pride to those closest to you. And those people will, I have no doubt, have been a source of great support to you in many ways over the course of your study. And we're honoured to have so many of you here on my right, so many of your family and friends with us today, and I know you will want to stand with me and thank them for all of the support that they've given you. So, graduates, I invite all of you to stand with me and applaud your family and friends, so not just to congratulate yourselves and each other, but to show your appreciation for all those people who have helped you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks for that gesture. And I love that. I could see someone in the middle there waving over to that side. That's great. It's a privilege for me and for my colleagues to be with you here today as we mark the culmination of your academic journey so far. And I hope that when you reflect on your days at Ulster, which some of you might feel a little lifetime ago now, that you'll take away a strong belief in yourselves that you can accomplish anything. Remain open to the ongoing shifts and changes that will necessarily shape your lives, and sometimes what looks like an ending is often actually a new beginning. Take the optimism and confidence of today, the effort and hard work it took to get here, and harness them into your dreams and ambitions for the future. In the words of the great Walt Disney, all our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. So in that spirit, I say, be bold, be brave, be determined, but most of all, believe in yourself. Sheryl Sandberg once said, being confident and believing in your own self-worth is necessary in achieving your potential. So regardless of your subject area, you are now the disruptive innovators, critical thinkers, the problem solvers, the analysts, the entrepreneurs, the visionaries who will have such an influence on future society. Don't underestimate what you can do. You know, when you go into your new workplaces, and some of you have already started there, don't underestimate the fresh thinking that you can bring. Don't think because you're new to that environment in some way it's your role just to comply. All those people are looking to you for the fresh ideas and so forth, and you're absolutely up to the task. So I'll say again, believe in yourself. At Ulster, we believe in creating a positive impact in society, not just in Northern Ireland, but nationally and globally too. And as part of the Ulster network, you give this mission life. And I encourage you to do your own thing in your own way. Be out of the box and acknowledge the value and power of being unorthodox. In the words of the renowned conservationist Dr. Jane Goodall, you cannot get through a single day without having an impact on the world around you. What you do makes a difference. and you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make. You are shining examples of the power of education. You understand the benefits it can bring. You now have the skills to shape your industry, your community, and your future. For you who have waited so long, today is a day of reconnection, yes, but you are now part of a vibrant, welcoming, supportive and inspiring Ulster University alumni community too. We will remain some of your biggest champions and supporters. We'll continue to provide you with opportunities to stay involved with the university. And although many of you have left the university campus, you're not leaving the Ulster University network. As part of a vibrant and active alumni community, which now represents more than 200,000 graduates spread all over the world, I would encourage you to keep in touch. Our alumni colleagues are here today. Please go and speak to them so we can make sure we tell you about the range of opportunities we have to support you. But we also want to keep up to date with you and how you're getting on and your successes, and you'll have many of them. And we also want to continue to provide you with opportunities for partnerships, for collaborations, and indeed to inspire those who will follow you through the corridors of the university. Because you leave behind a legacy for them, a legacy of success for those who will follow, and accomplishment that will empower them and their ability to achieve. President Barack Obama once said, "The future belongs to young people with an education and the imagination to create." You have the imagination, and we cannot wait to see what you'll go on to create. The future is yours, and it starts now. Thank you. In accordance with the wishes of the Senate, and by virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer honorary degrees, and other academic distinctions of the University of Ulster on those named in the conferment list approved by the Senate. I call upon Professor Gallagher, Head of the Doctoral College, to present candidates.
Vice-Chancellor, in the name of the Senate, I present to you candidates for Doctor of Science, Poonam Singh Niain. Doctor of Philosophy in Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences, Shay Robert Atchison. Paul McFlynn. Joanne Bridget Simpson. Eleanor Davies. Jodie Daisy Chevlin. Pauline Louise Gardner. Alison Jane Campbell. Doctor of Philosophy in Life and Health Sciences, Ahmed Saeed Ahmed Abulhana. Nermeen Risk Ali. Sophia Doyo Amenya. Agnes Awuya. Sarah Louise Craig. Natalie Diven. Cormac Duffy. Aoibhinn Dunn. Maëlle Julie Friend. Sarah Gardner. Aoife Mary Louise Hunter. Nargis Begum Khan. Natalie Klemple. Catherine Lehmann. Kieran Alexander Logan. Daniel Jared McGuire. Emma Louise McConnell. Christopher McNally. Rory William McNeary. Jared Joseph McWilliams. Nicola Diana Moore. Tamalola Olakoedio Olanarewayu. Christopher John Smith. Tony Spence. Victoria Stapley. Deirdre Tumlin. Doctor of Philosophy in Business and Management, Nicola Jane Allen. Michaela Disoyu. Natasha McClelland. Emma McComb. Vice-Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of candidates from the Ulster Doctoral College.
Thank you, Professor Gallagher, for presenting candidates. I now call upon Professor Curran, Executive Dean of the Faculty of Life and Health Sciences, to present candidates.
Vice-Chancellor, in the name of the Senate, I present to you candidates for the degree of Master of Pharmacy. Hind Abdul Karim. Thomas John Barrett. Brendan Bell. Michaela Ann Brennan. Mark Burke. Sonia Cahill. Kirsten Doak. Emma Docherty. John Docherty. Emily Duffy. Elaine Farley. Erin Faulkner. Tracy Finnegan. Emer Fitzpatrick. Sinead Fitzpatrick. Naomi Grace Hamilton. James Philip Jones. Pritumal Joy. Daniel Kassir. Evelyn Grania Kelly. Rebecca Jane Laird. Sarah Lavelle. Erin Lyons. Arash Nick Mazdai. Lisa Mary McCall. Robin McLean. Ruth McClements. Molly May McConville. Enda McCormick. Aisling McGlinchey. James McKenna. Eva McMullen. Emma Miller. Summer Elizabeth Murdoch. Dara Murphy. Sarah Lucy Nicholson. Colleen Mary O'Keehan. Heather Alice Rainey. Vikas Ram. Joanne Ryan. Ciara Louise Smith. Evelyn Mary Stewart. Anna Tweedy. Gemma Ann White-Overton. Emma Yazbek. The degree of Master of Science in Biomedical Science, Michael Amoroso. Nadia Jade Anshasi. Celie Berkery. Norma Carroll. Margaret Danielle Casement. Mary Joanne Cates. Aisling Elliott. Fiona Hegarty. Sarah Norma Johnston. Aoife Keating. Stephanie Patricia Kelly. Mary Lavin. Karen Layden. Laura Bridget McCulloch. Emma McMacken. Rebecca O'Donnell. Mary Lynn O'Neill. Aisling O'Brien. Dermot Joseph O'Riordan. Aoife Marie Patton. Michelle Mary Rowe. Connor Joseph Rooney. Leah Angela Ryan. Karen Alana Watson Downey. Laura Wilson. The degree of Master of Science in Biotechnology Research, Emma Rose Adams. Gillian Mary Atkin. Rhys Colin Corbett. Kieran James Durkin. Carl Stephen Flores. Daniel Michael Gallagher. Rejoice Chimaka Uk. The degree of Master of Science in Coastal Zone Management, Catherine McManus. the degree of Master of Science in Dietetics, Grace Isabella Barron. Katrina Marion Breen. Hannah Mary Coyne. Danielle Catherine Coughlin. Kira Jane Garrity. Rachel Ann Mullen. Shawneen Smith. The degree of Master of Science in Environmental Management, Stephanie Nicole Hartwig. Mitchell Adam Summers. The degree of Master of Science in Environmental Management with Geographic Information Systems, Samantha Diane Boyle. The degree of Master of Science in Environmental Toxicology and Pollution Monitoring, Victor Olmos. The degree of Master of Science in Facial Aesthetics, Andre Marius Lagrange. The degree of Master of Science in Geographic Information Systems, Robert Johnston. Kelly Nadine McClelland. Sam McComb. Katie Louise Thomas Taylor. Sophie Leanne Ward. Naomi Wharton. Molly Florence Williams. The degree of Master of Science in Human Nutrition, Selena Curran. Aoife Megan Dooley. Jessica Aoife Dunn. Shane Gordon. Marcella Naomi Hamilton. Athira Konath Tankachan. Tess Murta. Hannah Olaweboseo Omidiji. Emer Mary Smith. Shannon Steele. Avine Swale. Emily Verhulst. The degree of Master of Science in Pharmaceutical Sciences, Rita Kobina-Mensah. Kirsty Kathleen Bregan. Rachel Elizabeth Curtin. Save Ní Colahan. Hosanna Mezom Okafor. The degree of Master of Science in Pharmacy Management, John McNally. The Postgraduate Diploma in Biomedical Science, Marie Conlon. The Postgraduate Diploma in Physician Associate Studies, Chloe Celine Austin. Rebecca Jane Booth. Matthew Cahoon. Aisling Fagan. Caris Alexandra Greenwood. John David Hamilton. Sarah Margaret Hatch. Emma Irwin. Bethany Erin Jackson. Amy Victoria Johnston. Elaine Lynch. Fionnuala Marie Martin. Emma Jane Mahwiney. Luke McCabre. Gemma Mary McNichol. Anya Morrison. Rebecca Jane Murphy. Peridase Nakariwa. Emma Louise Norris. Claire O'Neill. Jasmine Patterson. Claire Amy Rush. Sharon Shagg. Kirsty Jodine McFarlane Simpson. The Postgraduate Certificate in Molecular and Pharmaceutical Analysis, Charlene Hart. The Postgraduate Certificate in Veterinary Public Health, Emer Neve McGrath. the degree of Master of Science in Pharmaceutical Biosciences, Jessica Andrek. Peter Baird. Adrian Buxma. Jordan Scott Clark. Sarah Jane Florence Gowdy. Shona Kea. Rory Spencer Pogue. Jake Stevenson. Andrew Wallace. Owen Alexander Wallace. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Geography with a Diploma in International Academic Studies, Catherine Law. Andrew Short. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Environmental Science with Diploma in Professional Practice, Oliver Francis Bradley. Rebecca Julia Conn. Claire Doherty. Nicole Feenan. Niall Hunter. Gary Littler. Damien Patrick McCrory. James Peters. Thea Priestley. Alison Scott. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Geography with a Diploma in Professional Practice, Rachel Carey. Sarah Ann Galloway. David Greer. Monica Teague. Philip Harry Wallace. Elizabeth Julia Wilson. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Environmental Science, Andrew Harold Bailey. Jessica May Clark. Lucy Elizabeth Clark. Alexander Adrian Hancock. Rachel Jo McEldowney. Robert John Morrow. Matthew Aaron Todd. Stephen Younger. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Geography, Mark Ronald Brodesson. Ciara Cassidy. Jamie Dixon. Sarah Rose Duff. Rhys David England. Kerry Forsyth. Luke Maximum Geenan Conferring. Mohammed Amin Ibrahim. Aaron Samuel Leask. Owen Lunday. Oisin Cahill McCune. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Geography with Education, Hannah Lockhart. Elizabeth Jane McVicker. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Pharmaceutical Science, Zoe Margaret Crooks. Isla McFarland. Deborah Joy Yo. Vice-Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of candidates from the Faculty of Life and Health Sciences.
I call upon Sarah Duff, a new graduate in the Faculty of Life and Health Sciences, to propose a vote of thanks.
Vice-Chancellor, academic staff, fellow graduates, family and friends, I am honoured to speak to you on behalf of those graduating today. Firstly, I want to start by offering my biggest congratulations to each and every of my fellow graduates sitting here. We finally made it, and I'm incredibly proud of us all. It's a privilege to be here today together, and there is no denying that this day signifies a turning of the page from one chapter to another in our stories. And what a chapter it has been in shaping the rest of our lives. It could be easy to look back on our experience at university as merely an academic endeavour. And while the certificates in our hands do represent the hard work, dedication and commitment that contributed to these academic achievements, they also represent the challenges, the triumphs, the struggles and the joys that each individual experienced on the way. For me, the decision to study at Ulster University was made during my gap year, on a long walk along Portstewart Strand with a few friends and an ice cream in hand. Watching the surfers tackle the waves with the sun setting in the background, honestly, I looked around and thought I could get used to this. As I stand here today, and as my friends can attest to, I can wholeheartedly say that my dreams of becoming a surfer never did quite blossom. Fortunately, however, I did pick up a few other skills along the way that have equipped me for the future. Academically, I was given opportunities that sparked a love for research. I was given the freedom to explore global issues and form my own opinions. I was equipped with scientific knowledge and practical skills to build a career. My life at university was greatly enriched by friendships with students from all cultures and backgrounds. And one of my greatest joys as I reflect on my experience is the community of students that I found myself surrounded by, who in different ways contributed to my growth academically, personally and spiritually. A blessing that I know so many others here can relate to. My love for geography first started on a trip to Kenya, where surrounded by beautiful landscape, I witnessed the complex issues that contribute to a lot of suffering across much of the global south. And I decided that I would commit my study and my career to understanding and communicating these issues. At a local school on that trip, in the playground stood a sign that simply read, "Children of Hope and a Better Future." In the midst of such a complex world that we live in today, we desperately need children and adults of hope and a better future. There's no denying that we had some unique challenges in finishing our degree, most notably a global pandemic that disrupted much of traditional student life and led to a learning experience like no other. In the midst of these trials, however, at least Zoom provided us an opportunity, a glimpse into our lecturers' interior design skills. It taught us the delicate art of leaving the laptop to make a cup of tea while keeping one ear out for the dreaded breakout rooms. And at least the turn camera off function helped hide some of those lockdown hairstyles. But really, as we opened our laptops in our homes, separated from loved ones, burdened with uncertainty, as we engaged with education, as we grew and we learnt, slowly but surely we were becoming those of hope and a better future. As we emerge from university to face the world before us, we step out by those who have invested in us, and we are surrounded by those who will walk alongside us. It would be remiss of me not to mention the massive role that my faith played in my university experience. Living on the beautiful North Coast and seeing the artwork of God in creation, experiencing God's strength in the midst of pressures and struggles of student life. The incredible people that have become lifelong friends. All my praise for these blessings goes to God. I extend my deepest thanks to the staff at Ulster University for their hard work and their dedication to our learning and growth. Deans, lecturers, support staff, cleaners, cooks, security guards, librarians. Truly, this achievement would not have been possible without all of you. We cannot thank you enough. Throughout a global pandemic, you went above and beyond to support us, and for that, we are so thankful. Family, friends, partners, you more than anyone have felt the highs and lows of our time at university. From proofreading our assignments, showing us patience and support when we were at the end of our tether, encouraging us to reconsider when we were convinced, I can't do this or I'm going to drop out, and rejoicing with us in our achievements. This would not be possible without you. On behalf of all of my fellow students, we thank you. Lastly, fellow graduates, thank you. You truly deserve the biggest thank you today. Thank you for your friendship. Thank you for your contribution to this university. I know that for most of us, it hasn't been all sunshine and rainbows. Truly, this is no small achievement, and I'm incredibly proud of what we have achieved. But more so, I am proud of who we have become. As C.S. Lewis said, we meet no ordinary people in our lives. Not a single one of us are ordinary, but each of us has unique passions and talents and skills to be used for a purpose and to contribute to the bigger picture. So let's step into this next chapter with courage, compassion, and most of all, unity. Congratulations, we did it.
Thank you, Sarah, for a brilliant speech. Thank you. I declare this graduation ceremony closed and invite the new graduates to join the academic procession.